Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Brianna, and today, if you didn't see from the thumbnail, I have a big stack of new books that I have gotten recently, so we're gonna do a book haul. These are all books that I got probably like the end of March and then so far this month. Now, majority of these have been sent to me either by publishers, by authors, or just like shops, and then a few of them I did purchase myself, but I will say I'm on a book buying ban until at least June, and the only really subscriptions that I have are Book of the Month and Kindle Unlimited. I haven't canceled those, and then I got a gift card, so that's why I have purchased a few of these books, because you can't let a gift card go to waste. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books to show you guys today and tell you a little bit about what they're about. I don't know all of them because I like to go into my books blindly, but I do try and learn a little bit about them, like especially when they're sent to me and I'm sharing them with others so that I can get the word of the book out there. And then some of the other ones I have just heard really good things about from other people, so I wanted to read them. Let's just get into it. I'm not gonna go in like a particular order really. I'll try to like group it together, like if this publisher sent me these books and then this other publisher sent me these books, I'll try to like group it together like that. But otherwise it might just be kind of random and chaotic. But like, my life is random and chaotic, so that's kind of what you sign up for when you watch my videos. Let's just get into it. I need a water break first. Do I look like a koala? Let me know. Comment down below. Okay, the first book that I actually bought myself that I didn't have a gift card for, unfortunately, so I did break my book buying ban, but I told myself I would allow myself to buy like a new release. And this new release I have been waiting for since July. It's Fearless by Lauren Roberts. And also I ordered this on release day, so April 7th? Is that when April 8th is when it came out. And I just got it yesterday as I'm filming this. So like over a week. I ordered it and waited for it for over a week, but she's here in all of her glory. She is stunning. I am obsessed with the pink. It is just so beautiful, so cutesy, and this is the final book of the Fearless, or not Fearless, the Powerless trilogy by Lauren Roberts. I feel like this series is either loved or hated. I am someone who has loved it so far, and after that ending of Reckless, I just need to know immediately what is going to happen in this book. I have seen so many people like devastated about this book. One of my really good friends, she sent me a video of her reading it, and she was like, I have been crying for 20 minutes. Like, girl, that scares me. I do think there's supposed to be another novella in this series. Not really sure there, but this is like the last official novel. So kind of sad, but I'm really excited to start this one. That being said though, I'm also in a book slump right now, and I feel like I shouldn't read it until I'm kind of out of the slump. So I'm going into it with the right mood and mindset and not like in a bored mood and just feeling like I need to pick up a book to read. Like, I need to be prepared, okay? Next we have Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is one of the books I bought with my gift card, and I'm so excited for this. I think it's like a dark academia fantasy or something along those lines. I read Yellowface in February by the same author and loved it, and I was like, I need to read everything that she has written because girl's brain just works differently, okay? And when I am finally off of this book buying ban, I feel like the first thing I'm going to buy is the Poppy War trilogy box set, because I keep on seeing people reading it all over, and I'm like, I want to read it so bad, especially after reading Yellowface and knowing this author's writing style, and I'm just having FOMO, honestly. Also, look at that flop. That's a good book. I don't think Fearless had any flop, did she? Oh, actually a decent amount of flop. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised, Fearless. Another book that I got for myself with a gift card is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I love Kristen Hanna. I have read Night Road, Firefly Lane, Fly Away, The Four Winds, The Nightingale, Angel Falls. Is that all of them that I've read? I love Kristen Hanna. She writes very, very good books, amazing historical fiction, which is what this one is. I think it's about this family living in Alaska in the 70s, and there's like this big family crisis. So it follows the characters in the family, and I've just heard that it's devastating, much like any other Kristen Hanna book. So I'm really excited for this. After I finished The Nightingale, like, all I wanted to do was read more Kristen Hanna. So that's why I ordered this one, and let's test the flop. Ugh, could be better, Kristen Hanna, not gonna lie. Okay, it's not that bad when you actually open it, though. Okay. And then the last one that I got for myself with that gift card is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. This is the same author as Out on a Limb, and this book actually follows the friends that we saw in Out on a Limb, and I love Out on a Limb. That is one of my favorite books of all time. So this one, like I said, is about the friends, and they are high school sweethearts, have been together for a very, very, very long time, and I think they're trying to like find their spark again, because after you've been with someone for so long, you just get like so comfortable, I feel like, and romance still needs a spark, you guys, no matter how long you've been together. So I just think this is going to be really beautiful, a really beautiful journey of hopefully finding that spark with each other again. Also, my husband and I are high school sweethearts. We have been together since we were 17 years old. We're now 22, so together for 5 years, so definitely not as long as the couple in this book, but I just have such a soft spot for high school sweethearts because I am a high school sweetheart. Okay, the next three that I'm going to show you, I actually got in blind dates with a book. And the shops that I got them from are on TikTok Shop. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, you should definitely go do that and then check out my showcase so you can help support these small businesses that do blind dates with a book. So the first book I got in one of those is Everything I Never Told You. I'm just going to read this to you because I don't know how to give like a good summary of it. But it says, Lydia is dead, but they don't know this yet. So begins this exquisite novel about a Chinese-American family living in the 1970s small-town Ohio. Lydia is the favorite child of Marilyn and James Lee, and her parents are determined that she will fulfill the dreams they were unable to pursue. But when Lydia's body is found in a local lake, the delicate balancing act that has been keeping the Lee family together is destroyed, tumbling them into chaos. A profoundly moving story of family secrets and longing, Everything I Never Told You is both a gripping page-turner and a sensitive family portrait, uncovering the ways in which mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, and husbands and wives struggle, all their lives to understand one another. That sounds beautiful. And this is relatively short. Let me see how many pages it is. 291, so under 300 pages. I feel like that's always kind of a nice option to have. And then another book that I got from one of those blind dates with a book is actually Beartown, and I think this is is it a historical fiction? Like, when does this take place? I don't know, but it's about this ice hockey team, and I actually already have a copy of this on my TBR, so I am going to be giving away this copy because I don't need two, but I am very, very excited to read this. The only thing that's really been stopping me from reading it is everyone has told me to like have the next books on hand, and yeah, that makes sense. I love buying the whole series at once and reading it, but since I'm on a book buying ban, that's not an option. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until after my book buying ban, and then I'll probably start Beartown. So then I can buy the other two books in the series and just binge it all. So yeah, this one will be given away soon. And then I got another blind date with a book, and this is The Rejected King by Courtney Keisel. And I think this is an independently published book, which is really cool. And then this one says, the king hired her to find him a wife. She fell for him instead. Marriage is the only thing that can save King Davin's most hated reputation. And to make things worse, Davin hired the one girl he's most attracted to, but her social class makes her an impossible choice for his future. Emery Dudson has one goal: raise the king's approval ratings so she can get a permanent job at the castle. Falling in love with the king wasn't part of the job description. Now her feelings for him are ruining everything. Will Davin risk his crown for love? This is a YA fantasy, and I just think that sounds so intriguing. The next book I'm going to show you is from Berkley, and I actually showed this in one of my recent reading vlogs. I'm trying to remember which one it was. And I was going to read it, but then I put it back and picked out a different book. But that is What Happens in Amsterdam, and just a moment for the cover, like, are you kidding? I think this one is a marriage of convenience, and it's just giving all the spring and summer vibes. It says, falling in love with your husband is anything but convenient in this steamy romance. Dani Dorfman has somehow made it to her 30s without knowing what she wants to do with her life. So when an office romance ends poorly and leads to her getting fired, she applies for a job in Amsterdam, idly dreaming of escaping the mess she's created, but never imagining she'll actually get it. Except she does, and by the end of her first week in Amsterdam, she's never felt more adrift or alone. Then she crashes her bike into her high school ex-boyfriend, and suddenly life is blooming with opportunities. Oh gosh, I do not know how to pronounce this name. I'm gonna say Wouter van Leuven? Wouter van Leuven was a Dutch exchange student Dani's family hosted. A forbidden love that ended in a painful breakup. Years later, there's still sizzling chemistry between them and, okay, maybe a little animosity. More important, Wouter needs to be married to inherit a gorgeous family home on a canal, and when Dani's job falls apart, she needs a visa to stay in the country. As a marriage of convenience pushes them together in unexpected ways, Dani must decide whether her new life is yet another mistake or if it's worth taking a risk on a second chance. I am so excited for this one. Thank you so much to Berkley for sending this book to me. This next book, Given by Elena R. Gallia, I think this is actually from the Nerd Fam, and this is a new adult, I was gonna say romance. What I mean is romantasy. This one says, Ren was born bearing a mark on her forehead. She's always known she would be given to serve the gods in her 20th year, and she's eager to work for them since they keep the kingdom safe. That is until she sneaks into a giving ceremony and watches as her best friend is slaughtered in the name of the gods. Horrified, Ren escapes her village under the cover of darkness. Her plan is simple. Flee the kingdom and stay alive. Surviving is going well until she stumbles upon an injured, unconscious man in the woods. Unwilling to leave him to die, she heals him. Only when he wakes, she realizes he's a hunter, and his prey, her. Now he's in her debt, inexplicably drawn to her, and caught in a moral quandary. He gives her a gift, 1 day's head start. Marked ones must be returned to the gods. It's the law. And when the hunter catches her, she'll do whatever it takes to get away. And just look at this stunning cover. I love a good enemies to lovers. I just love the tension. This one sounds really fun. It also came with some goodies. We have a bookmark here that says she's born to die on one side, and then on the other it says he lives to hunt. And then this is kind of like a greeting card, or like a, what are they called? Postcards? Because it has the map and then this cutesy little side. And then this stunning art. So thank you very much to the Nerd Fam for sending me this book. And the next 4 books are all from Bloom Books. So we have The Temporary Wife, and this is the second book after The Wrong Bride. And this one says it's an angsty and steamy marriage of convenience romance featuring a billionaire boss and his secretary. The rules are simple. 1, don't fall in love. 2, keep their marriage a secret at work. And 3, share a bed every night. It was meant to be straightforward and mutually beneficial, but with each day that passes, it becomes clearer to Luca that the one thing Valentina wants is the only thing he can never do. Let her go. Okay. Next, I am so excited for this one. This is Wildest Dreams by L.J. Shen, and this is in the Forbidden Love series, but I just love the gold. And it says he'll protect his best friend's baby sister from anything other than himself. So she is his best friend's baby sister, a single mom, and a royal pain in his ass. But she's moving in to the apartment downstairs, and they get mistaken as a couple. So I think there's going to be some fake dating because being mistaken as a couple is going to have some benefits for both of them. I've heard good things about this one so far. This next one, Past the Broken Bridges by B. Celeste. I love the colors. I'm not sure how they're gonna pick up on camera, but they're so beautiful. I think this one is like ex-childhood best friends to lovers. It says it will make you ugly cry. It's a college setting, second chance romance, long lost love, and childhood friends. I think it's always fun to have a romance that's just gonna rip your heart out. And then the last book from Bloom is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I am so excited for this one. I've actually never read anything by Jessa Hastings. I really want to read the Magnolia Parks universe, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. But are we kidding? And also, I have heard so many good things about this one. It says Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant. Oh, that's a really interesting, very unique. Has been long estranged from her infuriatingly close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. After a falling out years ago, the chasm runs deep between the black sheep, Georgia and her gay alcoholic brother, and their parents and elder siblings. But when their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral, where she comes face to face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. Amid the tensions, dramas, and revelations of the family reunion, Georgia and Sam are instantly drawn to each other. However, Georgia's brother also harbors feelings for Sam, and the last thing Georgia wants to do is hurt the only family member she's ever really had. When their father's will reveals a surprising bequest to a mysterious stranger, Georgia's ability to read people has become crucial in unraveling her father's hidden past. The delicate balance within the family teeters, and secrets, both old and new, threaten to push them beyond the breaking point. Wow, I had no idea what this book was really all going to entail before reading that, and now I want to read it even more. That sounds incredible, and again, like this cover, I am just so obsessed with. It's so beautiful. Huge thank you to Bloom Books for sending me all 4 of these. The next book is Deep Cuts by Holly Berkley. I think this is actually the author's debut novel, and this book my husband actually bought for me because, and I quote, we were in Barnes & Noble and he was like, what are you gonna get? And I was like, well, I can't get anything. I'm on a book buying ban. And he was like, I'm not on a book buying ban. And I was like, say less. So thank you to my husband for buying me this while I'm on my book buying ban. I think this one is about musicians. I mean, you can kind of tell from the cover, it's a vinyl record. And also, this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive cover. The just standard cover definitely looks a little bit different, but still like the same gist overall. But I think it's just a really messy, dramatic story about these musicians working together. Honestly, I've heard it gives the vibes of Daisy Jones and the Six and The Favorites, which I love both of those books so much. I have read The Favorites 3 times since it came out in January. So that just goes to show how much I love it. And this book being compared to The Favorites, I was like, yeah, I need that immediately. And there are so many blurbs on the back here, you guys. There are 7 blurbs from like very big well-known authors about this book, so I'm so excited. And then for my book of the month pick for April, I did choose Passion Project by London Sperry. Obsessed with this cover. There's so many book covers in this video that I just love so much. This one is so springy, so summery. I'm loving the girl's outfit on the cover. And then the back also has artwork, which I feel like is kind of rare for like book of the month books. This one says, Bennett Taylor should be living the best years of her life, but she's failing miserably. Emphasis on miserable. Adrift in New York City, she has no direction and no energy to find one. When Bennett is set up on a first date with Henry Adams, she drunkenly confesses that she's not ready to love again. In fact, she doesn't feel passion for anything. Not pottery, not sports, nothing. Irrepressibly adventurous, Henry offers to help Bennett uncover her passion for life. Every Saturday, they'll try a new activity. As friends, of course. Their passion project finds them sampling photography, tattooing, even rappelling off skyscrapers. But when secrets surface, Bennett finally has to face the grief she's holding back. With tenderness and electric banter, Passion Project is a story of finding a spark and igniting happiness. This sounds incredible. I don't know what else to say. And then the last book for today's little book haul video, or not super little, but definitely an extensive book haul, is House of Blight. This one was sent to me by Harper Collins, so thank you so much, Harper Collins. It says, Adira Brilwin has a secret. Withholding her magic will save her life. Using her magic could save the world. Adira Brilwin is a thread mender. She holds a rare life-saving power that can cure disease and heal injuries in the blink of an eye. But magic always comes with a cost, and saving anyone sacrifices a sliver of her own life. She's always kept her abilities hidden, until the powerful Fernglove family discovers her secret. The Ferngloves are charming and beautiful, possess powerful magic, and to not take no for an answer. Especially Oren, the head of these ruling elites. When Adira's brothers unexpectedly contract blight, an incurable virus killing people throughout the town and an illness too strong for her own to heal them, Oren offers to help. Together at his estate, they'll research a cure while Oren slows their sickness and Adira hones her magic. His kindness and honesty surprise Adira, as does her undeniable attraction for him. But the other Ferngloves are suspicious of her power and may be more dangerous than the ever-present disease. The longer Adira stays within the confines of Fernglove Manor, the more the family's pristine exterior begins to crack, until Adira discovers a terrifying secret and must choose whom she will save and at what cost. So obviously this is a new fantasy book that has just come out, again with the cover. What's going on with all the beautiful covers lately? Like, I feel like the cover designers have just really stepped up their game lately. And that is the last of my book haul, which is good because my voice is definitely starting to go after sitting down and talking for these books, or about these books for so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel to watch more of my content. I post at least once a week. Make sure to comment any video ideas you would like to see from me in the future and comment your thoughts on any of these books if you have read them. I'll see you next time. Bye!